Please be seated. Please join me in welcoming the Dominion President of the Royal Canadian Legion, Mr. Wolf Hedman.
Thank you, Comrades. Your Royal Highness, Professor Peter van Holland, His Excellency Margriet and Mrs. Gert, our Canadian veterans and members of the Royal Canadian Legion, welcome to Legion House. It is a real pleasure for me to have such a distinguished member of the Dutch royal family and her husband here today. A few short years ago, the Royal Canadian Legion accepted the honor of being godfather to Princess Margriet and Professor Peter van Holland, youngest son, Prince Philip. To honor our veterans, he is now an honorary vice president of the Royal Canadian Legion, and with his wife, Amy. He has visited Canada and had the pleasure of opening our convention here in Ottawa. This had a special meaning for both he and his mother because she was born here in Ottawa when the royal family had to leave Holland because of World War II. The story is, of course, that the hospital room at the Civic where she was born was made extraterritorial so that she could be born a Dutch citizen. Well, Dutch she is, but a little bit of Canada remains there, and we are so proud to have her here today on the first royal visit of her journey to Canada. This special event today further strengthens the strong bonds that exist between Canada and the Netherlands. Some of the people here today were responsible for making of those bonds, and I speak especially of our veterans who helped liberate the Netherlands from the tyranny of occupation to the Dutch people. You will always be remembered for your legacy and for your compassion. Thank you for being Canadian. Princess Margriet, I know you'll want to meet as many veterans as possible today, especially those who had a hand in liberating your homeland. I am certain that your presence here today will make their day. That's for certain. The bonds that were laid by them grow stronger every year. As I mentioned, with the royal family visit to Canada, yours in particular, are the sealant that makes them secure. Princess Margriet and her husband will be planting a tree shortly to mark their visit to Legion House and to honor our veterans. They will also be unveiling a plaque which is mounted on the stone. A piece of granite to explain the significance of the tree. But before she does, I would invite her to say a few words. Your Royal Highness.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, distinguished guests, éminents invités, and above all, dear veterans, et avant tout, chers anciens combattants. How good it is to be here with you. Only a few days ago, we had the pleasure and the privilege to see a number of Canadian veterans return to Apeldoorn, the city where my husband and I live. The parade of your comrades through our town was cheered all the way and showed once again how dear you are to the people in the Netherlands. 65 years ago, Apeldoorn was liberated by the 1st Canadian Division. You and your brave comrades gave us back our freedom. You gave us hope. Your sacrifices will never be forgotten. Like Apeldoorn, many other cities in our country still feel a special bond with their liberators. And in the past few days, a warm reception was extended to all of them. The weather was less welcoming, but the reaction of the Dutch was all the more heartfelt and warm. For us, joining our Canadian heroes in Holt and Groesbeek and Apeldoorn in commemoration and celebration was deeply moving. Although this year, unfortunately, many of our liberators were not able to attend the commemorative events in the Netherlands. All the more reason to be happy to be here today and share some of the messages that were brought to the fore this past week. We highly appreciated the official invitation to come to Canada in order to celebrate with you the commémoration of the liberation 65 years ago. Il y a quelques jours seulement, nous avons eu le plaisir et le privilège de constater que plusieurs anciens combattants canadiens étaient venus à Apeldoorn, la ville où nous résidons, mon mari et moi. Voilà 65 ans, notre pays a été libéré par la première division canadienne. Vous et vos courageux camarades nous ont rendu notre liberté. Ils nous ont redonné l'espoir. Nous n'oublierons jamais leur sacrifice. Malheureusement, un grand nombre de nos libérateurs n'ont pu participer à ces cérémonies aux Pays-Bas. Aussi, c'est avec grand plaisir que nous avons accepté l'invitation officielle de venir une fois encore au Canada. The people of the Netherlands were able to say thank you to the Canadians last week. Today, my husband and I want to express that same profound feeling of gratitude to you, to all of you here today, and also to the many that may not have been able to join us. I would like to convey the gratitude of my countrymen for the sacrifices made by Canadian soldiers for our freedom. In the Netherlands, we celebrate our liberation every month of May, and we underline the important role young Canadian servicemen and women played in achieving lasting freedom for us. We are honored to be asked to plant a tree today at Legion House. This tree symbolizes the strong roots of our friendship, reminding us of the decisive part brave Canadians have played in the liberation of the Netherlands. May it grow tall and strong in the years to come, to tell not only to us, but also to future generations the story of our shared history. Cet arbre est la marque de notre reconnaissance indéfectible pour le rôle joué par de courageux Canadiens dans la libération des Pays-Bas. Dans les années à venir, il nous rappellera notre histoire commune. Chers anciens combattants, pour tout ce que vous avez fait, pour nous, je veux simplement vous dire merci, merci, merci. Finally, to you, dear veterans, I simply want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We will remember.